Hello, beloved one. Dr. C.J. Adams, Dr. Goddess on Love and Life, coming at you from Blackhawk, Colorado today. See the Blackhawk behind me? Right. Blackhawk, Colorado once was an old mining community, and now it's the Vegas of the Rocky Mountains, right? And it's the place we come to get lucky. Do you want to get lucky? What kind of luck are you looking for in your life? You know, I didn't even have a plan to come up here today. It wasn't even remotely on my agenda, but I hit the road saying, hey, where are we going to end up today? And voila, here I am in the majestic Rocky Mountains in this amazing environment that really is hilarious because I'm not a gambler. I may occasionally put a coin or two in a slot just for the fun of it, but I sure don't gamble. I have loved ones that are. I have an uncle who was an international gambler. I have a very dear friend who was a gambler for many years, very successfully, and I learned something from them. I learned that in order to be successful at gambling in the money game, you have to be successful at hiding yourself, hiding your tells, right? You wear the mask. The song, you know, you can't read my poker face, right? Well, if I want to be successful here at Blackhawk, I might have to do some work because I do not have a poker face. But that's not where I want to be successful, right? Where I want to get lucky is in love. I want to get lucky in love, and I am so lucky in love. Why am I so lucky in love? Because I learned a lesson a long time ago that took me a lot of work to get there. Is that the more risk I'm willing to take, the greater the reward. About 15 years ago, I was given the divine challenge to throw away all my beliefs and come into my way of knowing. What that did was that sent me on what has now been actually probably more like 16, 17 years of taboo busting in my life. There was a time that being here in Blackhawk, gambling would have been a sin, would have been shameful. I would have been embarrassed if anyone had seen me here. And now I'm standing on a street corner shooting a video. People are smiling at me. You know, it's obvious that I'm shooting a video. And so, what's the difference then? If I'm willing to take the risk with my money, but I'm not willing to take the risk with my heart, when there's a greater reward in the love zone, right? The odds are so much better that I'll receive love if I give out love. But first, that requires three things. One, it requires me to first know myself and be authentic. Because how am I going to show up authentically if I don't know myself? Second, it requires me to be willing to take down my filters, take down my barriers, and let people see me. So I know myself, I let people see me. And then the third is I have to take down all the expectations and the limitations that I've put on love. Rumi said, it is not your job to seek after love, but rather to seek after all the obstacles you have created to love. And A Course in Miracles says very similarly. So for hundreds of years, we've been told that we don't need to seek love. We need to seek how we are excluding ourselves, how we are keeping ourselves away from love. Today, I challenge you to look at the barriers you have to love. And let me throw a few of them out there, a few that I hear rather frequently. I would say the song is, Baby, I don't want your lovin'. Baby, I don't want your lovin'. If you're not 6'4", eyes are blue, long black hair, and a 6-figure income too, baby, I don't want your lovin'. If you don't have a yoga fit body that fits in a 0-0 and your hair goes down to your waist, baby, I don't want your lovin'. Baby, if you don't want to have sex with me, I don't want your lovin'. Baby, if you don't think like me, I don't want your lovin'. Baby, if your skin is not the color of mine, I don't want your lovin'. There are so many different ways that we say, baby, I don't want your lovin'. And I want to express that each of those is actually a barrier to receiving love. Let's first make a clear distinction. There's a big difference between wanting love and wanting to be in a romantic relationship with someone, or a sexual relationship with someone, or a partnered relationship. That's not love. That's the form you want to take the love in. Okay. Every time I say, I don't want love to come that way, what I'm saying to the universe is, I only want love in limited doses. I had a friend say to me recently that when men whistle at her, it makes her nervous. I said, why? That whistle is a tribute to your beauty, to your magnificence, right? It is a tribute to who you are. When in our society, how in our society did it become a shameful, disrespectful thing for a man to whistle at me? I mean, I put on the makeup, I curl the hair, I put on the clothes because I want to be seen, because I want to look pretty. And so someone whistles at me, what they just said to me is, hallelujah, you did a good job, girl. Right? We've learned to only accept love from those we want to have love from. Because I guarantee, if the man you had the hots for whistled at you, you wouldn't see that as disrespectful. You'd be saying, oh my. Right? Men, same thing goes for you. How many times have you been at a bar when a woman that you weren't interested in came up and talked to you and chatted you up, and she walked away and you thought, oh, what a slut, or, you know, what a loser. But then Miss Gaga walks by and says hello and starts chatting you up, and suddenly she's perfection for doing the same thing the other woman just did, right? We tend to only want love to come according to our design. And so what that does is it inoculates us from love. We stop being able to notice it. A friend of mine shared a story, very poignant story to me about dancing. And I'm a dancer. I love to dance. And you know, he said that sometimes when he's dancing with women, he gets aroused, he gets turned on. You know, that is a natural biological response. You know, two bodies close. First of all, you don't usually dance with someone you're not interested at some level with, right? And so he gets turned on. And then he feels like, and I don't know the actuality of this, but he feels like then the response he gets from the women is, what a pervert. What a pervert. Okay, I've been on the dance floor with a lot of men. Oh, that makes me sound like a hussy. Well, maybe I am. But the reality is I've danced with a lot of men. And oftentimes they get aroused. You know what? I said once that I'm going to write a chapter in my book that says an erect male is a salutation to your beauty, right? Because he's standing up and erect and alert for you. Why are we so afraid of that? And why does it matter? Why is the man that doesn't look gorgeous and wealthy and beautiful, when he gets aroused by you, why is he a pervert? And then Mr. Magnificent comes by and he gets aroused by you, and that's, ooh, baby, let's take this further. Right? It's all about the stories we're weaving in our head, right? If you want a partner, and you have certain dynamics you want for that partner, beautiful. But what you really want is the experience. You want the experience of a healthy, vibrant partnership. I will tell you, I am in the most vibrant, beautiful love relationships I've ever been in my life. And none of them fit the recipe I wrote out years ago when I first started working with the law of attraction. So law of attraction isn't a wish list to Santa Claus, right? Law of attraction is about getting to the vibratory awareness where my conscious and subconscious mind are in agreement and asking for the same thing so that the universe can show up and do that. Well, every time I created a mold by which I wanted love to show up in my life, you know, it actually kind of came in that mold, but it was not satisfying. Why was it not satisfying? Because it wasn't authentically a match to me. It was what I consciously believed I needed. When I started saying I would be omniamorous and I would receive love in every form that it wanted to come to me, then I started seeing love show up in ways I couldn't have even begun to imagine, right? Here's what I know. I know that you have every opportunity to have all the love you want. There is love everywhere. Coming down the elevator here, I had a little love fest in the elevator with one of the employees for whatever, a minute and a half, but it was an amazing love fest. And so I welcome you today to think about, what are you setting up as parameters that tell you that's love? First of all, separate the concept of I'd like a partnership, I'd like an experience of a sexual relationship or a romantic relationship or whatever. Separate the experience you want from the actuality of what love is. And then look at why you have the barriers to love you have. Why do you only love people of a certain size or a certain color? Or why do you not love yourself? What about you is the barrier? Because anywhere, the depth to which I cannot love myself is the depth to which another cannot love me either. All right, my beloved ones, get out there, celebrate your magnificence, open your eyes to see all the love that is around you. And above all, remember that we truly are one. I love you. Now I'm going to go get lucky. Have a lucky day.